Yo, what is good, YouTube? It's your boy Leach back here with another reaction video. Make sure y'all hit that sub button, turn them noties on, and make sure y'all follow the socials on the screen. Be much appreciated. I give thanks to the man above for another day. God bless. I love y'all, man. And yeah, let's get right into it. The Cowboys have fired defense coordinator Matt Eberflus after one season. Let's get right into it.
Comes to the Dallas Cowboys and the defensive coordinator Matt Eberflus. He is out, has been fired today.
I mean, I'm
after
really
just
not
one
surprised
season
by
at
this,
the helm,
bro.
and
I
that
mean, the
defense, which is
Cowboys,
one of the worst in the league,
yeah, they
and
had
what we've
one of the
seen in
worst
history in the
defenses.
Cowboys there. Joining
I
me now,
think we
Tyler
had the
Sullivan, for
worst
more on this.
in the
And
league, but the
Tyler,
Cowboys
your
were like right
reaction
there
to this
with
news
us, bro.
today?
Not surprising. I mean, you just referenced it. One of the worst defenses in the NFL by a lot of different
and
metrics.
bro, the Cowboys usually have a middle of the pack defense, bro. Let's be honest, bro. They're usually, a top 15 defense, like year in and year out. Like, they're never like
Talking about a defense that gave up the third most yards per game in the NFL this season. They're the only team in the NFL to give up 30 points, at least 30 points per game. It was the worst in the NFL. So you put all that together, you put a rather disappointing season for the Dallas Cowboys in general, missing out.
Yeah, and the Cowboys, bro, they had big expectations, bro. Like, they got George Pickens in the offseason, bro. He really balled out this season, bro. I mean, GP, he put on a show for the Cowboys. Same with CD. CD played really well this year. It was the offense did their thing, bro. It was just their defense that, all year just couldn't figure it out. I mean, when you trade away a guy like Micah Parsons, and you don't want to, pay him the big bucks, I mean, that's what you get, Jerry Jones. Like, karma's a bitch, bro.
Postseason, you put all that together, not necessarily surprising to see Matt Eberflus be let go by the Dallas Cowboys. It felt like the writing was on the wall that this was going to be the end result. The question is, though, what comes next, right? Because this is a defense that has lacked a lot of continuity at the defensive coordinator spot, whether it's firings or it's coaches coordinators moving on for head coaching roles. They have now gone through three offensive coordinators in 3 years. So you're talking about 4 offensive coordinators over the last 4 years. That's a lot of turnover. And of course, they've gone through different head coaches over that time as well. But they need some continuity and long-term answers at leadership on defense.
Yeah, but the good thing about this, though, is the Cowboys are eventually going to figure it out, bro. If you keep making changes, you're going to figure it out eventually, bro. It's just going to happen. Eventually, you're going to figure it out. And you're gonna hire the right guy, and you're gonna have what you want.
They're the Cowboys, by the way. They ranked 30th in the league in yards allowed and dead last in points allowed, as you mentioned there. I'm curious from your perspective, Tyler, getting a chance to watch the games this year. Was this more of Eberflus's system, or is the personnel? Because we do know they didn't have Micah Parsons. We saw how that happened, but they were already bad with him a season ago. How much of this was the coaching staff? Or
yeah, that is true. They were
players?
bad with Micah Parsons.
I think it's a combination of both. Obviously,
I think if they would have kept Micah, I feel like they would have been better. They would have to be better. I mean, it's Micah Parsons, bro. Like, having a player like that on your defense is going to be better.
You lose Micah Parsons just before the season when you're planning on having him. Yeah, of course, that's going to make a massive toll on this defense and what your overall game plan is going to be.
I wasn't expecting the Cowboys defense to be this bad, though. Like, I know they got rid of Micah Parsons, but I was still expecting them to be like a top 20 defense. I'm not gonna say top 15, but top 20. Like, I figured they would have been just all right, but
you had 18 games or 17 games, 18 weeks to figure it out. And the longer this season went, yes, they got a little bit better.
But that's why these coordinators get fired, bro. I'm sorry for I keep pausing the video, but if the unit is not doing their job, bro, like, that falls on the offense coordinator, that falls on the defense coordinator, and you're gonna get fired. Like, that's just what it is. If your units like the Denver Broncos defense, like, it's been succeeding. I don't know, they've had a good defense, it seems like, every year, bro. But I'm trying to think of a team that really hasn't had a good defense, but starting to have a good defense. I mean, I guess you could say maybe the Falcons. They're starting to, having a really elite defense, but that's just what it comes down to. Like,
when they acquired Quinn Williams at the trade
defense or
deadline.
offense is not
But
playing good, and you're the
overall, this
offensive
team never really
coordinator, you're
felt
gonna
like
get
it
fired.
adjusted at points
That's
this
your
season to fix
Even though
those
you're not playing,
deficiencies
you're
on
just-
defense. And when those things happen, yes, you can point to talent, but you have to
that's just
point
what
to
it
coaching
is.
as well. So to me, certainly falls on the shoulders of Matt Eberflus. And again, no
Yeah,
surprise
I mean,
to
you
see
gotta
him
fire
get the
him.
axe.
They
Out
had a
at
shitty defense.
7-9-1, the Cowboys, of course, now in the postseason. Appreciate as always when it comes to this. Tyler Sullivan tapping on that breaking news with Eberflus. And as I mentioned, the Cowboys, they're not a part of it. But we do get wild card weekend in the NFL starting on Saturday and Sunday. Saturday, take a look at it. You got the Rams and Panthers back in it for the first time in quite some time. The Rams on the road as a 12-win team. Yeah, that kind of happens there. And then Saturday night, you got an NFC North battle with you got Caleb Williams taking on Jordan Love, Packers and Bears. Oh my.
That's going to do it,
And
though.
Bears, oh my.
The Cowboys fired defense coordinator Matt Eberflus. Let me know in the comment section down below. What is y'all's thoughts on this? Obviously, I mean, he deserved to get fired, bro. The Cowboys, like I said, even with Michael Parsons, before they hired Eberflus, how do you say his last name, bro? I know I'm not saying it right, but they still were not that great of a defense. But when you get rid of Michael Parsons, now that defense is gonna, be from, being mid to being just ass, and that's what happened, bro. And Eberflus, paid the price by getting fired. Be curious to see who the Cowboys get in there as their new DC. But yeah, make sure y'all follow the socials on the screen. It'd be much appreciated. I love y'all, and I'm out. Peace.